For those of you who are visual learners, this is a chart of how well the S&P 500 has done over the past several years. On average, the S&P 500 usually gives around a 7 to 12% annual return. This doesn't mean that every year it goes up 7 to 12%. Some years it could go down 20%. Other years it could even go up 20%. But in the long term, if you were to stretch out the x-axis, the S&P 500 usually gives around 7 to 12% a year. The second thing that I would invest in is something that tracks the NASDAQ 100 or technology companies. If I were younger and I had a very long time period to invest, I would most likely invest a little bit more into technology companies. However, if you guys have seen my other videos, you guys know that with technology companies, they are more volatile in the short term. So if you're someone who can't really stomach a correction, a pullback, then maybe technology companies aren't really for you. But for me, because my risk tolerance is a little bit higher, then yeah, I don't mind investing in these higher risk assets. Okay, so what is the NASDAQ 100? Again, very similar to the S&P 500. These are kind of like the top 100 technology companies in the United States. A couple of examples of ETFs that track technology companies are QQQ, and if you want to buy shares that are a little bit cheaper per share, QQQM is a good alternative. Within these technology ETFs, they typically hold a lot of these companies like Nvidia, Tesla, Meta, and even Google. And yes, there is some overlap in companies within these technology ETFs and the S&P 500. It's just that these ETFs that track these technology companies, there's a higher concentration of technology companies compared to S&P 500 funds. This right here is a chart that shows the performance of QQQ, which is the ETF that I invest in myself. Again, you don't have to choose this one. There are other alternatives out there, but I like QQQ.